Why do you heat it?
Because the gudgeon pins are a press fit at 70 degrees. You don't want to be hammering them in through the piston in case you damage any of the bushes or side of the piston wall.
Be careful with these because they can break. You have to sort of thread them down the thread.
So they're going to screw on, do they?
Well, they shouldn't do, but you can end up breaking the bloody things if you're not careful. Once you get one side down, they'll go. Because that's narrower underneath the thread than it is on top. Once one side's over, you're away, yeah? Right, see those dips in there?
Yeah.
Doesn't look a lot, but when you're trying to adjust your tappets, that ruins it. But these have been ground already, so we'll take them out, pop them on the lathe, just face them, and then we'll just harden them back up again. I should imagine they've been ground already because the case, I would imagine the case hardening's gone off of it. Let's try it, see how hard they are.
Why are you heating them up?
Heat them up and then dip them in old engine oil. Just puts a hardened surface back on it.
Okay.
Start putting the pistons together.
So is there a particular way around these go back in then?
Well, I know they're in order, but the top one, sometimes there's a taper on it, we'll have to check that out. No, they're not tapers at all, so they can go on either way up. Right. Right, lug to the right. Unfitted. It's a little bit tight, that one. Better ream that out a bit.
What's the problem with it being too tight then?
It'll get hot. It's just causing unnecessary drag on the engine and it will heat up. And then what happens is, instead of your small end running in the bush, rotating in the bush, it will lock up and it will rotate in the piston.
Okay.
And the piston up. You're only talking a minuscule amount, but it's enough, you know. Just got it. Yeah, what it'll do, it'll lock up in there on that phosphor bronze bearing, yeah? And then the piston will be rotated, that's solid. Piston will rotate on that.
Okay.
And then it'll just chew the piston up. But that's right now. So you're talking
Tiny amount.
half a thou, you know, but it's enough. So you might as well get it right now.
You don't want to heat the piston in one spot, just keep the heat moving.
Why do you heat it?
Because the gudgeon pins are a press fit at 70 degrees. You don't want to be hammering them in through the piston in case you damage any of the bushes or side of the piston wall. Right, lug to the back. Okay. Lug that side. Lug that side, so that's right. All it takes.
That being tight, how would that affect the performance of the car?
It's just your throttle will all feel horrible, and he said the throttle was sticking open sometimes and all sorts of stuff. Because it isn't a pull system, it's a push system. If you cut it, all it'll do is bend the throttle wire. Because that was so stiff, you try and, because it works the other way from normal. Normally when you open the throttle, it pulls the cable to open the butterfly, yeah?
Yeah.
On a Harley, when you open the throttle, look, it pushes the cable.